eating the food is very sacred. You have to be in a parasympathetic state. You got to chew, you got to take the flavors of the food, and you should eat over a 20 to 35, 40-minute window, not under 15 minutes.
What does that do to the body?
So, first of all, it gets the whole digestive process working. So, when does digestion begin in your brain?
Mm.
Like if you think of, let's say, my most favorite dessert used to be tiramisu.
Mm.
If I think of tiramisu, my mouth will water. So you're beginning the digestion there. And saliva has all the enzymes, the
Correct.
amylase and all of those things. So your digestive process, once the food gets broken down, your energy absorption is much better.
Mm.
Rather than when you're doing half chewing, digestive juices have not come because you're in a sympathetic state. Then you get these undigested food going down that causes dysfunction of your gut bacteria. Now you have gut dysbiosis, you have bloating, you have constipation. Everything gets disrupted. So how you eat is as important as what you eat.
So your bloating and constipation can be backtracked into how you eat as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The vagal nerve.
So how you eat, what you eat, and when you eat.
When you eat, yes.
Out of these three, which one do you think the most important? I know all three is good.
I think they may be equally important, but I really focus when I think about how I speak to my patients. I tell them, eat in a parasympathetic state. How you eat is so important. I don't want I don't want you to be driving, walking and eating, driving through, going through the drive-through and eating.
Or looking at the phone.
Looking at the phone, watching a movie and eating, not focusing on the food. But that's when you eat more, because it's more of a boredom at that time.
Correct.
Rather than actually eating. So first of all, you should have a same spot you eat your food in, like your dining table. It should not be the spot where you're paying your bills. The eating place should be very sacred. You only eat food there, and you eat in a parasympathetic state. So even if you buy pizza, sit down and eat it calmly. And when you chew and eat, the satiation signals will reach, because you're taking 20 minutes to 30 minutes to eat one slice of pizza. Very rarely will you go for the second slice. Right?
So the problem happens when all these three goes wrong.
Yes. And a lot of times when one goes wrong, all three
goes wrong as well.
Yeah.
Right. How you chew your food 32 times, right? Because you have like 32
who has the time, right?
But when you do that,
yes,
I think the parasympathetic nervous system kicks in. Digestive is even better. And indirectly, the gut lining, there is decreased gut dysbiosis, everything falls in place.
Correct.
In the worst case scenario, while you're eating your favorite ultra processed food.
That is correct. And now the other thing also, this is something I learned when I was as a part of functional medicine. When you're chewing your molars, it actually helps your cognition. So the chewing process is so important. That's why I'm not a big fan of smoothies. People will always ask me, can I have a smoothie or a soup?
You don't like smoothie?
Yeah, I don't, because you're just drinking it, right? So I tell my patients to make a smoothie with some pieces of fruits in them or nuts. So you're chewing your smoothie too. So you're almost eating your smoothie rather than just drinking it. You need to have the chewing motion to get the digestive process started. So the mechanical motion of the mouth is as important as the biochemical version of digestion.
Wow. It starts the cephalic phase in the brain.
Cephalic, yes.
And then your mechanical, and then it goes down.
Yeah.
So it's a miracle.
Totally. I mean, it's just an amazingly complex process.
Right.
But if you really understand it, you will respect your food. You'll respect the eating time.
Wow.
I'm not one of those. I cannot eat in a hurry. If I don't have time to eat, I would rather skip that meal. I know that's not good either, by the way. That's not a good advice. But I'm just saying, because eating should be, it should be a glorious moment in your life.
So I'm very curious. You're a very busy practitioner. So you block your time for eating?
Yes, I do. I do. My schedule includes eating and exercise. It's every day. It is there in my clinic schedule.
So give me an example, like 12 to 1, you block.
Yes, I'm blocked from 1 to 2. And then every day I'm blocked, and that I actually make my food and I eat it around
Huh.
at that time.
And then no phones.
Nope.
Huh.
I don't see patients. I don't see. My office is downstairs. I go upstairs to eat.
How long you been doing this for?
So I've been. 2011 is when I got exposed to functional medicine. I would say from 2016, 17, I've had slowly evolved. These practices have evolved. But the last few years, it's pretty much how I like to do things.
And your Hashimoto's is under control?
Yeah, actually, I'm not on any thyroid medicine.
You're not on any thyroid medication?
No.
That's not a common thing for Hashimoto's patients.
Yeah, but so most people come with Hashimoto's too late in the disease, where their thyroid is completely destroyed. Mine was caught reasonably early. So I've experimented with going off several times. I couldn't go off because my thyroid would get out of control again. But I've learned the biggest management for me was my stressor. And of course, my 2 kids have graduated. Now they're independent, so I have less stress in life. And which is another thing I want to tell the women out there. It's so important. You have to acknowledge life is stressful. So give yourself grace. It's okay. You don't have to be perfect, but just put in a little bit effort. And eventually you have to learn to manage your stress. And once you learn to manage your stress, your body begins to heal.